And we're happy that you all are able to come out today and learn about what your students are doing in the classroom and meeting all the teachers. We would like to start with prayer, and Miss Carmen, my assistant principal, will be leading us in a prayer.
So I'd like to begin our prayer by reading a part of the SSND Ministry Mission Statement. Urged by the love of Christ, we choose to express our mission through ministry directed toward education. For us, education means enabling persons to reach the fullness of their potential as individuals created in God's image and assisting them to direct their gifts toward building the earth. We ask you, Lord Jesus, to fill us with the spirit of hope and with open minds and hearts so that we recognize our students' potential, our parents' gifts, and our teachers' belief that all things are possible. Bless this gathering with the strength of unity that we may strive to support each other as we work to live the mission of Notre Dame School. We ask this in your name. Amen.
And it runs the gamut. We have 6 new students in our primary class, I believe 8 new in intermediate, 6 in Bridges, 1 in BC. And then we started a new program this year called the STAR program, and that's for our young adults because as they age and go through the program, some of them are not going to be able to work full-time and they want some additional programming. So we have 16 folks in our STAR programs, and it is currently on campus. We hope to move that into another location as we go forward and as the school grows, and it is continuing to grow. There's a few things that are happening this year that I wanted to just tell you about. This year we'll be working on a self-study for our accreditation, and the school is accredited by the Texas Catholic Conference. We are approved by CEA, but we're accredited through the Texas Catholic Conference. And this is something that happens every 7 years, so we'll be doing a self-study this year in several areas, and you'll be getting surveys and information about that as we go through the year. But that'll be next October that we'll be involved in that. We started a strategic plan, the board, last February, doing some strategic planning. And some of the initiatives that would impact you the most would be some of the things that we are looking at from a school standpoint, and that is our communication. Mr. Eckler wants to talk to you a little bit about our class dojo. We're looking at safety. We did an active shooter, unfortunately, training for our staff over in the week of in-service, and then we're also going to begin practicing with the students. And we know that this is very sensitive, and we're going to try to address their needs and not scare them, but make sure that we do all that we can to protect the children. Also do a better job with our tornadoes. We do our monthly fire drills. We want to work on our tornado and then our lockdown procedures. Also, you might have noticed, I've already started sending out, we've got some healthy eating initiatives going on. Some of your students might have gotten healthy eating shooting stars. We give shooting stars out for just good behavior that we see occurring throughout the school day. So now I'm giving shooting healthy eating cards for kids that bring healthy lunches. So we're asking them to have at least a fruit and a vegetable in their lunch. And, you know, all of our kids, well, society as a whole, we're facing, you know, great health problems. So we really feel like this is something that we need to work on with our folks. And we'll be sharing monthly newsletters about healthy eating and those types of things with you. Curriculum updates, we're working as a part of our accreditation just to make sure that our curriculum is aligned with the TEKS, the Texas Essential Knowledge, and then making sure that we have all of the components that we need to meet all of the needs of your students. So those are the major initiatives we're working on. I know if you have not picked up, I hope you will pick up this sheet. Elizabeth put this together and it's got a lot of great information. One of the things I want to point out, and Mr. Eckler is going to talk a little bit more about the class dojo, but if you look on the back, it talks about our website. We also have a Notre Dame, Parents of Notre Dame Facebook, and we're going to try to make that a more internal, like if you need a doctor, you can shout out to your friends on this Parents Notre Dame Parents of Notre Dame students website, and you can share information that way. We'll still be pushing stuff out on our big Facebook, but it's going to be more community related. And then the Class Dojo, we hope, is going to give you a good idea of what's going on in the classroom. We've got extracurricular activities and who's responsible for some of those, fundraising activities. This tells about our year-round volunteers and the people that we have coming in every day that interact with your students. So volunteer opportunities, and then just the school day, aftercare, and that type of thing. So pick this up. This is good refrigerator information. I think that'll be right at your fingertips. All right, Mr. Eckler, you want to say?
I just want to say thank you so much for coming out on a Saturday. You guys are amazing. God bless you for that. I feel so humbled and thankful for all of you. I know I seem to say this every year, but y'all are the most supportive, most nurturing community of parents that I've ever been a part of. My over 15 years of teaching. So thank you guys. You guys deserve a round of applause. I'll give you a round of applause. So as Ms. Francis mentioned, our strategic planning, one of our goals was to streamline our communication because so much great stuff goes on at our school, and we want you guys to see it and be able to talk about it with your child at home. That's the goal. So we started thinking about this way back in August, and we met as committees and did all this stuff, all the meetings and talking and debating. And there were a few main things that we wanted to look for in a communication system. Number one was we wanted it to be universal. We wanted it to be able to be something that you could use on any computer, on any device, on any tablet, on any phone, whether it was Android, Mac, PC, any of that stuff, Galaxy. And second, we wanted to be able to tell your child's story. We wanted it to be more individualized than what you saw on our Facebook or our Instagram or our Twitter or any of that stuff. We wanted it to be individualized so you could actually not just see our school story, but see inside your child's classroom story. We wanted it to be translatable. So we found a system that translates into 35 different languages. So if your language isn't on there, I'm pretty sure they're going to be working on it. We wanted it to be a conversation starter. I don't know if you guys are like me, but when you pick up your child from school or when they get home, they don't exactly want to be forthcoming with details about their day, let's say. You ask them what happened today, So we wanted something that could be a conversation starter. Maybe it was a picture, maybe it was some information that you could ask them about, a question that you could ask them about, or a video that you could show that could just get the conversation going about what happened today at school. We wanted it to be adaptable to your speed. So something that maybe you can't check it all the time. Maybe you want to check it once a week. Maybe you want to check it on Mondays. Maybe you want to check it while you're waiting in the car line. Maybe you want to check it while you're waiting for Wendy's to get those healthy salads. Not those chicken nuggets, the healthy salads. We wanted it to be free. We wanted it to be secure. We wanted it to be private. And we wanted it to be tested. So the system that we used is all of those things. And it's been around since 2011. We wanted it to be easy for our teachers. We didn't want them to have to deal with complicated email lists or with all these different things. We wanted it to be something that they could do right there in the classroom or right there after class that just took a minute or two to get right up there. We wanted them to be able to share any type of communication that they wanted, whether it was words, whether it was pictures, whether it was videos, whether it was links. We wanted them to be able to put all their creativity and just be able to show it to you in all that glory. And, of course, we want to build our community, right? Yesterday, I was filming an ad. Maybe you'll see this ad. I'm not sure. It's in the rough draft stages. But I was filming an ad with a parent, a testimonial ad for our North Texas Giving Day campaign. And she said that when she came to Notre Dame School, she went to school for her son, but she found a school that not only helped him grow into a happy, confident young man, but also supported and nurtured her entire family. So that's what we want to do. That's what we're about. Not just our wonderful students, but we're also about helping you guys help them. Right? Because after all, we believe in no limits, just
Possibilities.
Thank you. So the system that we found is Class Dojo. And I think it's amazing. This first week, we already have over 125 parents signed up. Already I'm seeing videos, I'm seeing pictures, I'm seeing words, I'm seeing every kind of aspect of media incorporated into it. And I'm so excited about what it's going to be.
Ace here to tell you a little bit about how we raise money on this.
How we raise the money. Good morning. My name is Kay Barry. For those of you who don't know me, I am the development director here, and I'm also a former parent. I have a daughter with Down syndrome who's 35 years old, who's been here for many, many years. So I sat in your seat for a long, long time. A little louder, me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me in the back? You know, I say this all the time, and you hear it over and over again, but once again this year, the tuition that you're paying covers half of what it costs to educate your child here. That means that this year we have to raise $1.4 million to pay all these fabulous teachers and to keep the lights on and that sort of thing. But most of it, Maryland, most of our budget, 80% of our budget is salaries, so, and not administrative salaries. So there's several ways that you can help us. One is the annual fund. We really, really need your participation in the annual fund. Last year we had over 60% participation, and that's the best we've ever had. But our goal is 100% participation. So there's several ways you can make an annual fund gift. You are going to be getting a letter at home that will include a pledge card, or I have some pledge cards here today. There are three ways to do this. One is to make a gift on North Texas Giving Day. North Texas Giving Day, I think most of you are probably familiar with it, but it's a day where very broad support in the community can go online and make a gift to one or more nonprofit organizations. This year's their 10th anniversary, and they're going to allow you to go online from the 10th of September to the 20th of September. So you don't even have to be, ready on the 20th of September. You can go ahead and make a gift anytime in that 10-day period. And we'll be sending you our specific link and all that sort of stuff. Every gift that is made by a parent or a staff member on North Texas Giving Day is counted toward the annual fund. So that's a real easy way to do it. You can also have us deduct some money from your bank account every month through fax. And that's another way you can give, if you'd like to give a small gift or a big gift, every month. We can do it that way, or you can always just write us a check or give us a credit card. So we make it as easy as possible for you. Please, please, please support our annual fund. Most of the $1.4 million that we raise comes from outside of our parent community. I'll just tell you, our goal for the annual fund this year is $160,000 of $1.4 million. So we're not asking you to make up the difference. We know that our parent community cannot make up the difference, but we definitely need your help. The other way that you can help us is Unfair the Heart. Angela, where's Angela O'Brien? There, stand up, please. Angela O'Brien is our event chair. She's the mother of Casey, who is in intermediate, and we really appreciate. Would you like to say something, or you want me to just cover it?
Obviously, this is my first year doing this. I'm very excited to participate, and I would love to have your help. I already contacted you or met you. You can reach out to me or PK, and we're really gearing up to start collecting donations and things for the silent and adoption. So if you are interested in helping out with that, we would love to have you join us, join our committee. We'll be starting to meet next week. So please reach out to me or Kay, and we'll get you involved. Love that.
Thank you. For our many new families, an Affair of the Heart is our auction fundraiser, and it is supported by the broader community as well as our parent community. And its line item budget this year to pay this year's operating budget is $475,000. So it is hugely important to us. And there are, it's going to be November the 3rd at the Renaissance Dallas Hotel, which is that kind of lipstick shaped thing on Stemmons. This year, for those of you who've been around for a long time, you know that Tuesday Morning was our lead sponsor for well over 20 years, and they gave us about $25,000 of merchandise for our silent auction. And they are not going to be able to do that anymore. So we really need silent auction items. And so I've got forms, or you can get them on our website, and we'd like auction items that are valued at $50 or more, or gift cards of any amount. So if you could solicit an item, or if you'd like to purchase an item and donate it to us, that would be great. But we're really looking for silent auction items this year. Our tickets to this event are $250 for individuals. Tables start at $2,500 and go up to $7,500. We need lots and lots of volunteers, and you all have been so wonderful about volunteering in the Affair of the Heart. There are lots of ways to volunteer, and we will be sending out a sign-up genius for that. There are ways to help ahead of time. Most of it is that weekend. It's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there won't be as much on Sunday because we won't have that many items to bring back to the school. But we really need your support on volunteering, and we will be sending out a sign-up genius, and probably we'll be texting you to tell you to check your email, because it comes through email. And the theme is Paradise by the Sea. Any questions on the development side? Yes. Oh. Don't raise your hand or you get called on. This is the school. Anybody else? Thank you so much for your support and for letting us have your darling children here. Thank you.
I'd also like to introduce Ayoko Chan. There she is. She has graciously volunteered to be our Home and School Association kind of chair. You know it is difficult. Yes, but more than applause, she needs you to respond when she calls. Ayoko, did you want to say some words?
I just want to say hello, good morning, and I will be standing outside with a sign-up sheet. If you are interested and you can get information about all the volunteer opportunities throughout the year. We have a lot of events, so it could be anything. So if you want to put your information, and I can contact you, and you can also contact me as well.
And she'll be sending out sign-up
Yes.
geniuses as well for you to sign up for. Our first big event will be our carnival, which is on October, whatever the 6th. Thank you. October 6th, and that's always a fun event. So we need parents to help set up booths, food, all of that good stuff. And Valerie has been a great help with our sign-up genius. So if you need a sign-up genius, she's our woman.